Howdy, friends! Welcome to another beautiful morning out here on the ranch, where the sun is just peeking over the horizon, and the air is filled with the promise of a brand new day. There's something truly special about mornings in the countryside. Everything feels a little slower, a little cozier, and a whole lot more inviting. I'm Chef Priya, and today I'm excited to share with you my special cheesy bread omelet. This dish is a true ranch favorite, loved by everyone from the early risers to the late sleepers. It's quick, it's easy, and it's absolutely packed with flavor. Perfect for those mornings when you want something hearty but don't have hours to spend in the kitchen. Now, I know some mornings call for a big, elaborate breakfast spread with all the fixings, but today, we're keeping things simple and satisfying. Sometimes the best meals are the ones that let the ingredients shine, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Just picture this: fluffy, perfectly cooked eggs, gooey melted cheese stretching with every bite, and slices of bread toasted to golden perfection, all coming together in one skillet. It's the kind of breakfast that warms you from the inside out and makes you want to linger at the table just a little bit longer. The best part? This breakfast comes together in just 10 minutes. Whether you're rushing to get everyone out the door on a busy weekday, or you're enjoying a slow, lazy weekend brunch, this recipe fits right in. It's all about making mornings easier, without sacrificing taste or comfort. You don't need any fancy gadgets or complicated techniques, just a handful of basic ingredients, a trusty skillet, and a little bit of love. That's the beauty of ranch cooking. It's all about simplicity and heart. I'll be right here with you, walking you through every single step. I'll share my favorite tips and tricks for getting that omelet just right, fluffy, cheesy, and never overcooked. Even if you've never made an omelet before, you'll be a pro by the end of this video, and don't be afraid to get the whole family involved. This recipe is so simple that even the kids can help out, cracking eggs, sprinkling cheese, or just being your official taste testers. Cooking together is one of the best ways to make memories in the kitchen. So go ahead and grab your favorite apron, pour yourself a hot cup of coffee, and get ready to start your day with a breakfast that's as comforting as it is delicious. There's nothing like the smell of eggs and cheese sizzling in a skillet to make your morning feel extra special. This recipe is all about comfort, flavor, and spending more time with the people you love. It's a reminder that the best moments often happen around the breakfast table, sharing good food and laughter with family and friends. So are you ready to bring a little slice of ranch life into your own kitchen? Let's get started and make this morning one to remember. First up, let's gather our ingredients for the ultimate bread omelet. This is a dish that's all about comfort, simplicity, and a little bit of creativity. Whether you're making breakfast for yourself, a quick lunch, or even a midnight snack, having everything ready before you start makes the process so much smoother and more enjoyable. So let's take a closer look at what you'll need to make this classic recipe shine. You'll need 2 large eggs. Fresh eggs are best, as they give the omelet a rich flavor and fluffy texture. If you have access to farm-fresh eggs, even better, but any eggs you have on hand will work just fine. Next, grab 2 slices of your favorite bread. This is where you can really make the recipe your own. White bread is classic, but whole wheat, multigrain, or even a hearty sourdough can add a unique twist and extra flavor. You'll also want a 1/4 cup of shredded cheese. Cheddar is a popular choice for its sharpness and meltability, but feel free to experiment with mozzarella, Monterey Jack, or even a blend of your favorites. And don't forget 1 tablespoon of butter, which will help create that golden, crispy edge on your omelet. Add a splash of milk or cream to your eggs. This little addition makes the omelet extra tender and gives it a lovely, creamy texture. If you're dairy-free, you can use a plant-based milk or simply skip this step. Season with a pinch of salt and pepper to taste. These simple seasonings bring out the flavors of the other ingredients and make the whole dish come together. When it comes to bread, don't be afraid to use what you have on hand. White, wheat, sourdough, or even leftover rolls or buns can work. The key is to choose a bread that's sturdy enough to hold up to the eggs and cheese without getting soggy. For cheese, sharp cheddar is my go-to for its bold flavor, but you can use Swiss, pepper jack, or even a little feta for a tangy twist. Mixing cheeses can also add depth and complexity to your omelet. Using good bread and freshly shredded cheese really makes a difference. Pre-shredded cheese often contains additives that prevent it from melting smoothly. So if you have a few extra minutes, grate your own for the best results. Prepping everything ahead, what chefs call mise en place, keeps things smooth. Laying out your ingredients before you start cooking helps you stay organized and makes the cooking process more enjoyable and stress-free. If you want to get creative, you can add extras later. Think chopped herbs, diced tomatoes, sautéed onions, or even a sprinkle of chili flakes for some heat. But for now, let's master the classic version first. Remember, quality ingredients really shine in simple recipes like this. The fresher your eggs, bread, and cheese, the better your bread omelet will taste. Sturdy bread prevents sogginess, and shredding your own cheese helps it melt beautifully, creating that irresistible gooey texture we all love in a good omelet. But don't stress if you don't have everything exactly as listed. Use what you have in your kitchen. The beauty of this recipe is its flexibility and how it can be adapted to suit your taste and what's available. The goal is a delicious, easy meal that you can whip up anytime, whether you're cooking for one or feeding a crowd. Now that we've got our ingredients ready, let's move on to the eggs and start bringing this bread omelet to life. Time to prep the eggs, the heart of our omelet. Crack 2 eggs into a bowl, add a tablespoon of milk or cream, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Whisk until the mixture is pale yellow and slightly frothy. Whisking well adds air, making your omelet extra fluffy. Use a bowl big enough to avoid spills. You want a smooth, uniform mixture with no streaks. That's it. Simple, but key for a great omelet. Set your eggs aside by the stove. Next, let's get the bread ready. The eggs are prepped and waiting for their golden partner. Ready for the next step? Let's go. Now let's talk about the bread. This is the secret ingredient that transforms our omelet from ordinary to extraordinary. The bread acts as the golden foundation, giving our dish a unique texture and flavor that you just can't get with eggs alone. It's soft, pillowy, and ready to soak up all that delicious egg mixture. Start by taking 2 slices of your favorite sandwich bread. White bread works beautifully, but you can experiment with whole wheat or even brioche for a richer taste. Dip just one side of each slice into the egg mixture. You want a quick dip, just enough to coat the surface without making the bread soggy. This way, the bread will hold its shape and give you that perfect bite. When you place the bread in the pan, make sure the dry side goes down first, with the eggy side facing up. This technique helps the bread develop a crisp, golden crust on the bottom, while the top stays soft and ready to absorb the omelet filling. Handle the bread gently, especially after dipping. The slices can be delicate, and you want to keep them intact for the best results. If you're using a softer bread, take extra care as you transfer it to the pan. Once dipped, set the slices aside on a plate, eggy side up. This gives the egg a moment to settle and ensures an even coating when you start to cook. Next, heat a 10-inch skillet over medium heat. Add a generous tablespoon of butter. The butter not only prevents sticking, but also adds a rich, nutty flavor that pairs perfectly with the bread and eggs. Let the butter melt completely and swirl it around so it coats the entire surface of the pan. You want every inch to be glistening and ready for the bread. Listen for that gentle sizzle as the butter heats up. That sound means your pan is at the perfect temperature, and it's almost time to start cooking. Place the bread slices in the pan, eggy side up. As they toast, the bottoms will turn a beautiful golden brown, while the tops remain soft and ready to soak up the omelet filling. The bread will absorb just enough egg to become custardy without falling apart. This step is what creates the perfect base for our omelet. The bread becomes crisp and golden on the outside, but stays tender inside. A simple technique that makes a world of difference. Are you ready to cook? Let's move to the stove and get started. This is where the magic really begins. With your skillet hot and the butter perfectly melted, you're all set. The foundation is laid, and it's time to build the ultimate omelet, one that's crispy, golden, and absolutely irresistible. Place your bread slices in the skillet, eggy side up, side by side. Let them sizzle for about 30 seconds, just enough to start toasting. Pour the remaining egg mixture over and around the bread, filling the pan. The goal is a single round omelet with bread nestled in the center. Let the eggs cook undisturbed for 2 to 3 minutes until the edges set. You'll see bubbles and the color turn opaque. Perfect. Gently run a spatula around the edge if needed, but don't disturb the center. The aroma of butter, eggs, and toasting bread is pure comfort. This is where the magic happens. Simple ingredients, big flavor. The base is set, and the kitchen smells amazing. Ready for the best part? It's time for the cheese. Let's melt it down. When the eggs are mostly set but still a little custardy on top, sprinkle your cheese evenly over the omelet. The heat will start melting the cheese right away. Don't skimp. Let it sit for another minute so the cheese melts and the eggs finish cooking. The top should have a slight wobble for a creamy interior. The smell is irresistible, cheesy, buttery, and warm. This is the moment everyone waits for. Don't overcook. You want it tender, not rubbery. The cheese is gooey, the eggs are fluffy. Perfection! Ready to fold? Let's do it. Time to fold. Check the bottom, it should be golden brown. Slide a spatula under one side and fold the omelet in half, stacking the bread slices. Press gently to seal and melt the cheese even more. Let it cook for another minute to crisp up the outside. For extra crunch, flip and toast the other side for 30 seconds. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Rustic is delicious. The aroma is at its peak. Cheesy, toasty, and inviting. You're almost there. The omelet is golden, the cheese is melted, and breakfast is ready. Let's plate it up. Get ready for the final touch. Slide your folded omelet onto a plate. Look at that golden, cheesy masterpiece. For a fresh finish, sprinkle with chopped chives or parsley. Add a dollop of sour cream or Greek yogurt for creaminess. A few dashes of hot sauce or a side of avocado or tomatoes make it extra special. Slice the omelet in half to reveal the layers: bread, egg, and gooey cheese. The cheese pull is so satisfying. Simple garnishes turn this into a full meal. It's beautiful, hearty, and ready to eat. Breakfast never looked so good. Time to dig in. And there you have it, the easiest, cheesiest bread omelet ever. In just 10 minutes, you've made a breakfast that's crispy, fluffy, and packed with flavor. Cooking should be joyful, not stressful, and this recipe proves it. Everyday ingredients, amazing results. Make it your own. Add bacon, veggies, or your favorite cheese. Share your creations and let me know how it turned out. Did your family love it? Any fun twists? Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today.